driver's fault, because if your vehicle is bad, you have to fix them up before you hit the road. And there are mechanical faults and or air system fault that is unavoidable. So that is why I advise many truckers to learn how to change the gears without clutch, even if you are not going to use it often, but master it and have it in among your skills, because it is going to help you one day. There are unavoidable things that happens on the road and it is emergency stuff, but if you know how to put gears without clutch, it is going to help you some of the time, because air failure happen most of the time when you're going uphill, because that is during the time of you going uphill, air pressure gets high because you are using the high gear at that moment. You see a lot of things will fail at that moment, like air hose might burst or the clutch plate. And if there are major air hose that might burst and everything in your truck will stop working, like the clutch will not work again, your brake will not work. So this time your truck is going to roll back. And if you master the art of putting gears without a clutch, you do it very fast by putting it reverse. If you put your truck immediately before it start rolling, just immediately start rolling, you just manage and put it in reverse. You are going to have a very good control of your truck till you get down from that hill. But if you cannot do it immediately, there is chances that you are going to roll back and get crashed as an old trucker, and people will be asking, how does it happen? So while you do all this stuff too, you make sure you check your hose properly, because any hose that bursts during this time must have had friction. There is chances that it must have been scratching somewhere in your body or the chassis, and if air gets high, it gets in high pressure, there is chances it's going to burst. So these are the stuff you check your hoses too. Make sure there is nowhere your hose is touching, and if there is any, you try and put pad or you tie it up so that it will not be scratching anywhere. Because of friction, air hose might fail. So there are a lot of them. Another one is not having enough rest or sleep. If you're not sleeping properly or you're not having enough rest, that is, you're supposed to rest 3 hours, but you are resting 1 hour and you're hitting the road again. This might lead to fatigue, and if you suffer this injury while driving, there is chances that you will not control your truck and you will run into people. And if you're not having enough sleep, there is chances that you're going to doze off from your sleep, and even 5 seconds is enough for you to run into somebody, and something of that nature will happen, and people will be asking, he's a truck driver, he has been trucking for 20 years. So take your time and sleep, but sleep well, rest. Nobody is taking your job from you because you are taking enough sleep. Because if you are going to have enough sleep, there is chances that you will truck a long time and save all the money you didn't save today. The money you are trying to make today, you will still make it tomorrow. So have enough sleep, rest properly, do exercises, don't smoke while driving. Even most of it, I advise people to stop smoking hard drugs that might affect your driving mentality. Don't take alcohol while driving. Don't take anything intoxicating while driving. Don't take drugs when you are about to drive. You take your drugs when you are resting. At least you are sure that you are going to take a rest like 10 hours. Then that is the time you can take any medicine. Maybe you are sick, you are taking a medicine. You can take it when you are about to rest, so that before your rest finishes, the drug might have cleared from your system, so that it won't affect you while you drive. And if we are going to do this, I'm telling you, we are going to avoid or prevent 90% of the crashes happening. I'm using this video also to shout out to my company, Dangote Group, whether it is sugar, whether it's refinery, whether it's cement, whether it's fertilizer. They are really trying when it comes to training drivers to make sure that our drive defensively. They are really trying. I'm giving them that thumb up. They use this a few weeks to attack them terribly, and it feels bad because I, who is here, know what they are going through while training driver. Every truck driver here, especially the cement department, they go through recertification. That is, they go every year training again to retrain them to make sure that everything they have taught them is very intense. I'm going to apply my certificate here for you to see that I have gotten mine, and that is how every driver goes every year to get their certification. So it's not easy. Even the road safety department will confirm this, that Dangote drivers, they go for a certification every year.
If you look closely in this video, you will find out that this is where they train drivers. Everything is complete here. We have every equipment needed to train driver in this particular room. We have everything. So this is where they do certification every year. You can see truck simulator. This is where they make sure that you're actually a driver. So a lot of things are here, and road safety official always comes here.
They are really trying, and I felt bad when people were attacking them that we are not using license, that we are not licensed and all that. And it's very bad one. I'm not here to justify the accident that happened these few weeks, and it's a very bad one, and it is very unfortunate too. So I'm not siding no one. That is why I have come here to bring some tips that may help us too. So it is something that everybody is going to prevent, because it is nice. And I'm going also to beg the road safety department. I remember when back then, like 10 years ago, when somebody wants to get license, you must go through the driving school where they teach you from oral to practical how to maintain cars. Then from there they give you certificate, that is school driving school certificate. From there they give you road permission for you to test drive on the road. These are the requirements. It takes that time before you get yourself license. These days nobody goes through that again. They just give agent money, and next thing is come for capture. It is not done, it is not proper. All these smaller vehicles are also elements that helps in this small accident and major accident too. They need to know how the road works, and they need to know the vehicles that are very terrible so that they avoid them, and the proper distance to give when you are driving on the road. You don't just drive and holding the steering like that. There are certain things you need to know. That is why when people were saying that, where is your license? Your license have expired last 2 years. Your license have done this last. It is not actually about the plastic. It is not actually the plastic, bro. There are things that you're supposed to know that you don't really know, and most people are just renewing their license without going the training. The reason why people go for, if not, there is no way you people will ask you to go back again and get a new license or get renewal. It's actually for you to go for recertification, to retrain again, to make sure that what they taught you 3 years or 5 years ago are still intact in your brain. So that is the reason for renewal. But most people don't do that. They just sit at the comfort of their home and request a renewal and get it back without knowing the proper laws on the road. So these are stuff that is going to help us. You make sure your agent don't give license without a proper training. So my company is really trying in that aspect, and in some African country, we are qualified to drive. You can see some of our drivers, they are crossing borders. They drive in Togo, they drive in Ghana, they drive in Benin Republics. But all this while, you see that all those countries, their drivers, the smaller vehicle drivers, they are driving very, very careful, knowing that bigger vehicles are disastrous. So they drive with carefulness, they drive defensively. That is why you don't get to hear that Dangote have killed somebody in Ghana, Dangote have killed somebody in Benin Republic, because everybody is respecting order there. So it is not only in Nigeria that we drive. We drive in some Cameroon, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Benin Republic, Togo. So all these nearby West African countries, we go there too. So it's not only in Nigeria. So I'm not here to, like, I'm going to say it again, I'm not here to justify anything that must have happened these few days, but I'm only here to give tips and to give it to my company that they are really trying. So I'm giving it to them. So shout out to Dangote Group. Thanks if you are watching this video this far, and remain blessed. Share this video so that it will get a wider audience. And still remain your boy Ogbule Godwin, aka Niger Trucker. Say goodbye.